Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me, Morphsuit America, and this is 13 Death Kits. Now, this video we're going to be talking about Nekocon 21 and also giving you guys a history about it. And obviously, as an entertainer, and maybe some of you guys know, or if you were actually at Nekocon, then I kind of want to give you guys my insight about things. Because, apparently, when we looked over at our badges, we have been going to this con ever since 2009. So it has been 10 years, well technically if you do the math it's like 2018 and then 2009, it's not really 10 years, but technically we do have 10 badges, but I don't feel like showcasing it right now, but it's been 10 years since we went to this con. And why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? You want to say something? Anyways, it's been 10 years, and yeah, I feel old because of that. But 10 years we've been going to this con, and to be honest, it's been 7 years ever since I've been wearing the same signature outfit, which is what my username is for YouTube and a lot of other things, Morphsuit America. So, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and with Nekocon 21, aka 2018, it's been good to see a lot of my old friends and a lot of old cosplayers come back and still, you know, go to Nekocon and whatnot. Saturday was a bit hectic, but we'll go into more details about our opinions and whatnot later. But yeah, I just had a good time. She had a good time too. I don't know why you're not talking. Add your input. Add your input.
I'm surprised you didn't notice what I'm doing with Joker.
Add your input. Don't let me talk. Add your input.
So yeah, we've been going to this con for 10 years. I thought we went to Nekocon for 9 years, but I counted all the badges. Starting from 2009 to now, and it is 10 years we've been going to this con. In terms of how we are, when we first went, it was 2009, and we had no flipping clue what to do. We were stuck together like glue, and it was only for a Saturday, and we were just like awkwardly just there for the morning and late afternoon, and then we came home, and then we're like, yeah, let's keep going. And look where we are now. We've been going to Nekocon for 10 years. This is the first year we actually were there on a Thursday night. We only show up on Fridays, so we're gonna try to go more now on Thursdays.
We'll see, depending on
we'll see how tired we are. But this was the first year we went Thursday. Dear God, I am so happy. I saw all my friends. This is more of a social thing for me, as well as more of a confidence boost thing because of my cosplay. Going to Nekocon, I've started to do more and more cosplays, and I still enjoy it. And honestly, I'm always going to try going to Nekocon with him. The day you don't see both of us at Neko, you should be very concerned, because we are always going to go to Nekocon, no matter what.
I don't know if it calls for concern, but it's more like it's going to be weird for us not to go to Nekocon, more than concerned. But I mean, if you're following us and if you know what's going on and stuff, then yeah. Check out the cosplay page. I got my Morphsuit page. I already got a bunch of contacts you guys have. Like YouTube is kind of the one way to kind of grab my attention. Facebook I kind of use if it's really important. And also Discord and whatnot. She also has a Discord. And I'll tell all that information at the end of this video. But yeah, we've been going to this con 10 years. And it's
been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's just been dawning on me that it's been 10 years. Because I know I was talking to a couple people saying like, yeah, we've been to Nekocon for a long time. It's just that we didn't know the exact numbers until we sat down and count our badges. And yeah, we have like 10 badges. So that equals up to 10 years, which means we evolved a lot. Because in the past, like she said, she's been cosplaying a lot more. And now we're actually getting onto the ball and trying to get on go on Thursdays to get our badges and whatnot, and also, you know, just try to make Nekocon last as long as we can, which is like 3/4 days. So yeah, because in the past when we first started going to Nekocon, we only went on Saturdays and we only stayed for the one day, but then we noticed that there's a lot more incentives and it was a bit cheaper to go for all 3 days if you pre-reg, and then we started doing that, and etc, etc. And if you guys are curious to my title or my username, Morphsuit America, there's a lot of reasons why I decided to call myself that. However, I'll talk about that in a different video. Just know that it's been 7 years ever since I decided to don on the Morphsuit America outfit for Nekocon. Alright, so with a bit of editing, I had to cut that out because we got interrupted. But now we were about to talk about the cosplay lineup. So last year, which is kind of rare for me to do because I try to not talk about it, but now I decided to talk about it because I want to. Last year I decided to talk about Nekocon 20, which is the 2017 Nekocon, and I decided to post 2 videos. One of them talked about my lineup in a dance that I decided to do, and I talked about how I was cosplayed as this guy right here for Friday, and then Saturday was my signature Morphsuit America, then Sunday I didn't really dress up. That was for last year. And then last year as well, she dressed up as the female version of this guy from Persona 5, and I was my male. I was him as well. And we did the dance together, and you can see that in the description below. Now, I was supposed to put a video of me doing my cosplay lineups because on Sunday I did something really different. And technically I was supposed to cosplay as Joker from Persona 5 again for the Friday. However, I didn't felt like wearing it, so I decided to go with something else, which is my black and white Mad Hatter checkered Morphsuit, which I don't think you guys know about, but if you've seen my last year Halloween video that I did very briefly, which I will also put in the description below, you'll see a very small snippet of what I look like in the black and white Mad Hatter checkered suit. But anyways, that was my lineup, and actually no, excuse me. So the thing was, I cosplayed as that black and white checkered suit on Friday. Saturday I was my signature Morphsuit America suit, and then Sunday was something different that I wanted to mention, but I never had the chance to actually mention it, and it was a pain in the ass to actually put it on me. Hopefully I can post pictures of my cosplay later.
We do have a photo shoot.
Yeah, we did have a photo shoot, actual photo shoot, a private photo shoot. And once my sister gives me the photos, I'll make a separate video talking about that and showcasing it.
And
But
also, I'll give you the link after the picture.
yeah, and I'll might as well promote them too, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is, for Sunday I cosplayed as Zack from Angel of Death. Now, if you don't know what he looks like, I'll put a picture somewhere around here. But yeah, I cosplayed as Zack, she cosplayed as Rachel, and let's just say a good amount of people stopped me. And the thing is, what I decided to do for Zack was actually a pain in the butt, because one, I didn't wear a wig, but Zack most of the time has his hood up. The second part was actually having the bandages wrapped around my face. Now, I didn't cheat with these bandages, but to be honest, when anime put bandages on guys and they're all straight like how Zack has it, like if you once again looked at the picture and decided to freeze it, or if you decide to look it up on Google Images, or if you pull it up right now somewhere on a different device of yours, if you decide to look at Zack, you'll notice all his bandages are straight. That is really hard to imitate because bandages don't do that, and in real life, when you actually try to bandage someone's face, you actually have to put it around your head so it can stay in place, unless you decide to add some sort of glue or clip to make sure it stays in place. And I didn't want to do that because I just didn't want to use up medical bandages, real medical bandages that cost a good amount of money, and ruin them just because of a cosplay. So what I had to do was actually wrap it around my face, which didn't actually match up Zack's lines, and the other problem was like I had a really hard time trying to get them to stay in place and show my mouth and stuff, because if you notice, Zack still has his eyes open and his mouth and a bunch of his hair, and depending on the bandage size and whatnot, that's really hard to imitate because the bandage will most likely cover your entire fucking forehead and your hair a bit. So yeah, I struggled with it, but I actually pulled it off. It was really hard because once again, real bandages, and you have to actually wrap around quote unquote properly if you really want to make them stay on your head without using any sort of glue, tape, or pins of some sort. But anyways, since I talked about my lineup of cosplays, I will let her talk about hers, and most likely I'll have pictures scattered on the screen as she mentioned them, so take it away.
Okay, so for me, my cosplay lineup was Friday, I was a casual female Mercy, and I had a clipboard that said need healing, and underneath, when I flipped it, it said your insurance doesn't cover this. So I was casual Mercy for about kind of early afternoon to late afternoon on that Friday. And then I switched from Mercy to Female Joker again because I attended the Persona shoot that happened at 9 a.m. on that Friday. Now, I was wearing heels throughout Friday, so my feet were killing me. And if you know Persona 5, there is a pose that the main protagonist does, and it's this. And I was in a mini skirt in heels, so it was a pain, but it was worth it, and I had really too much fun at that photo shoot. On Saturday, I was Cardia Bedford from Code Realize. I know it's a very, not quite a popular game. It recently got an anime this year, and it is from a visual novel / Otome game. And I totally recommend it. If you like Persona 5, the aesthetics of Persona 5 will probably draw you into Code Realize.
Before you say anything else, just to mention, if you give it a shot, know that if there's going to be a bunch of dudes, you get a date. So this is recommended for girls. Unless you're gay, then
no judge. No judge. Like, some guys want to do it. I mean, Arsene Lupin was one of the people you dated. So that's also why I picked it up.
And if you don't know, most likely I'll show a little snippet somewhere on the screen of the gameplay a bit, like a little teaser or some pictures of what she actually cosplayed at. She was very pretty. Actually, better yet, I can actually use the actual photos that people have of your cosplay.
Yeah, so I also did a photo shoot for that cosplay too. If you do know Code Realize and you know who I'm talking about, props to you. You're awesome. So that cosplay was the most intricate, and there was no way possible I was changing out of it because he had to help me. And I had this huge skirt, and it had a lot of fabric, and there was wiring, so every time I went outside the convention onto the cement, I had to lift that skirt up, and I had to walk like that. And I was carrying this guy in my hands along with my bag, so it was like, you see a Cardia.
You mean a purse?
My bag.
Purse.
If it's bigger, if it's small, it's still a bag.
Okay, what did you say?
It's
Black hole.
It was really hard to move. And I actually liked Cardia. I'm definitely gonna do her next year. Probably Saturday again.
She was so pretty, a lot of people just stopped her.
I just got complimented a lot. They didn't even know who Cardia was, but they just stopped me and said, "This is so gorgeous." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So yeah, on Sunday I was the Ray to his duo.
She made me Zach, by the way.
But the thing is, like,
but you can't have a Rachel without a Zach.
You can't have a Rachel without a Zach. You can't have a Zach without a Ray.
That's why she bothered me. So
you can't. So it was kind of funny because I like Zach and you like Rachel. So we were cosplaying each other's favorite characters,
don't say that
but in
out
reverse.
loud. You know how my audience is.
It's fine. Calm down.
How fine? They get think otherwise. You guys better not start.
Ray is an intelligent girl, okay? A lot of people
I'm gonna
like
kill
her.
any one of you guys if I see something down there.
Calm down.
Anyways, continue on.
But we also did a private photo shoot. The person that did our photos, his name is Colossal X Studios. He is a great photographer. I did a photography shoot when I did Female Joker last year, and he is amazing. I'm gonna have him link down below a page to his Facebook. And trust me, honestly, if you are at Neko and you need a photographer, definitely get him. The person that did my Cardia photo shoot is a good friend of mine. Her name is Katsumi Cosplay, and she handled the Rooster Teeth photo shoot, the Persona photo shoot, and the Overwatch photo shoot. So she does a lot of the photo shoots. But she did my Cardia photo shoot.
You can maybe do a lot of work. Who's called?
Yeah.
Anyways, continue talking about. I'll look at it.
So yeah, like most of my photographer friends are people I know when I was cosplaying and all that. So I'm gonna have him link down their cosplay pages and their photography pages because honestly, like Colossal and Katsumi are amazing. So you've probably seen them around. They're super cool. They're amazing. They're
Note that I might make a separate video talking about our Ray and Zach video just because we don't have the pictures yet, and I'd rather showcase that in its own little thing. Not right now because obviously we don't have it in. I'm gonna work on this video by tonight, so yeah. Alright, so we're going to be talking about our experience for Nekocon 21. Know that we can say a lot of stuff about the past Nekocons, but we're going to try to avoid doing that. I mean, we might bring it up here and there, just doing some compare and contrast, but we're going to focus, once again, on the 2018 Nekocon, and I'll let her start it off because she did a lot more than me, because I did random stuff. Like, no joke, I did random stuff. Because
okay.
I didn't actually go to most of the panels and whatnot.
I didn't go to any of the panels either.
You were busy, but more active than me.
I was. I went shopping more.
I mean, I went shopping too a lot.
But...
Because they have a lot of stuff. Okay. Which I will make an own separate video talking about what I bought, and maybe she wants to join in on that too.
No.
Oh, you don't want to go in?
No.
Oh yeah, because we talked about.
Yeah.
She got dirty stuff, 18 plus. Anyways, I'll let
you get this guy. Okay. So most of the time I spent with my friends. Nekocon for me has turned into more of a social thing. So I get to see friends I rarely see. I only see them like twice in a year or maybe like every 2 months. So that was my thing. So I was hanging out with them. For the photo shoots, I did a photo shoot again. The Persona photo shoot was on Friday. I had a private photo shoot on Saturday. I also went to the Overwatch photo shoot because a friend of mine was participating and I wanted to go. And Sunday we had our own photo shoot. So most of the time I was walking around socializing with people that liked my cosplay. Sunday it was actually funny because me and him were together and we heard a lot of people call our name and say hi or like, I ship it. I'm like, I did it.
Well, you see, I was in character. Once I get into character, I stay in character.
Do you want me to tell one of the highlights of
Go ahead, do that.
So I was at a booth that was selling a lot of these cheap stationaries and he was with me, but then he walked away. And 2 of the girls beside me saw him walk away and they looked at me and looked at him. And they kind of said like, oh, it's kind of cute that Zach's kind of just letting her pay for her stationery. He's just sitting there, he's just standing there watching her while she's shopping. And it was kind of like, that is kind of in character. It was kind of like that moment of, oh, it kind of fits.
I mean, I was in character most of the time during my Holo Scream, aka my Scare Fest, so I know how to actually stay in character most of the time, unless I had to break out of character. But yeah. For Zach, I understand his mentality and his personality, so it was like,
it was a little
I can work it. Yeah. I can work it. So yeah, that was easy for me to do. It's just that I was wrong. If you think about it, actually, that we're brother and sister, and people are like, oh, we ship it. It's a great couple, and I'm like, we're not really boyfriend and girlfriend, people. Please don't.
My boyfriend's 6'2".
I better not see any sort of comment down there. I will come and hunt you down. And if I see someone to comment on my little lolly here and call it a cowbell, I'm gonna kick you. But anyways, yeah. Any other experience you want to share?
Yeah, actually, other than the socializing in that moment, there was also an event I went to. I went to the host club.
Explain what the host club is.
If you guys don't know what a host club is, or a maid cafe actually. So host club and maid cafes, whenever you think of like taco culture, like that's the first thing that pops up in your head. But maid cafe is like girls dress up as maids and they treat you like nicely while you're sitting down eating and socializing with them. Host clubs are kind of the same, but a little bit, the atmosphere is a little bit more mature, I would say. It's a little bit more relaxed. They're there to socialize with you, make you feel a little special. So I always wanted to go to the host club after they started showing up at Neko, but I never went. Today was not today. This year.
You wish it was today.
This year was the first time, and honestly, I will go again. I'm gonna take him with me.
If there's hostesses.
Oh, there is. They told me they're gonna get more hostess. So he's gonna go with me. I'm gonna bring my boyfriend too because I want him to experience.
When is this? On the Saturday?
It's gonna be on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Friday.
Hopefully my hands are free because
Friday nights,
I couldn't record anything.
Friday nights are usually formal, so you do have to dress up semi-formally. So nice shirts, no
I can go to the formal ball almost like that thing was out of form. Anyways, continue on before I start going up.
Saturday was it's more casual, so if you're in cosplay like I was dressed up as Cardia, but I took off my huge overskirt and the leggings and the belts, except for the belts here, and I just went, so it was fine. People showed up in their jeans, like again, it's very comfortable, and all the money that they make went to the Living Museum, so it was for charity. So when I went, I was very shy. I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what to do. and I was by myself, and the person that was there was like, "Are you by yourself?" I said, "Yeah, this is my first time." Lit up and was like, "I can put you anywhere and you're gonna have a good time." And I did. The people at my table were really sweet, very nice to me. Our main host was amazing, and just the whole experience was really nice. It was entertaining. I think I like fangirled a few times. But if there's one thing I recommend, definitely go check out the host club, because again, it's a really nice atmosphere. I have not tried the Maid Cafe yet. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but again, I would prefer the host club more than anything.
Okay, so the reason why I'm making a face, if you can actually see my face, when I called her when she was waiting for the host club line, let's just say my sister decided to hold out the phone when they were closing. And my God, no offense to you girls, but Jesus, out of all the sort of scares and screams that I did at my job when I was working my part-time English. When I was working my seasonal job, scaring the heck out of people, I heard many screams, and they kind of hurt my ear, but it wasn't that bad.
They weren't screaming.
Excuse me, the cheer, whatever you want to call it.
They were cheering.
Okay, the cheer was so vicious. I felt like I went deaf for a good 2 minutes. Compared to when I scared the crud out of people and they scream in my ear, and if it was really high pitched, it only lasts for a couple seconds before I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Good job, girls. Good job.
But those maids, when my sister decided to like hold
you were
it up.
on speakerphone though. I couldn't hear you, so I had to.
Yeah, I had to go on speaker. Yeah, so
I could not hear him. And
I couldn't hear her too, so I
and the
put
thing
it
is,
on
the
speaker.
maids came by, and I was thinking, I thought they closed that, and then I heard the chanting and the cheering. Like, it was cute. No lie, y'all are cute. Just I feel very sorry for him.
My ears went deaf for a good 2 minutes when I went like this.
You guys are adorable.
And I was like, what the bloody hell was that?
And I just said it was the maids.
I was like, they hurt me compared to the people over at Hollow Scream when they screamed in my ear.
Still, good job. Good job. You did the one thing that everyone else at his seasonal job couldn't.
Trying to kill me? Trying to kill my ear?
With cute, but other than that, socializing.
The guys that scream like little girls made me laugh my butt off and kind of hurt my ear. But yeah.
The socializing, the photo shoots, the host club. Those were probably the biggest highlights of my life.
How about your photo shoot?
Oh,
you can't forget about mentioning your photo shoot.
You want to talk about the photo shoots together, or?
I mean, no, not our personal one.
Okay,
I'll save it for later.
Yeah, we'll skip that one for that.
I'm talking about your own
I went
group
to
photo shoots that you
the
did.
Persona one. I kind of was a spectator / photographer for the Overwatch, and I had one private and one with him. So we're gonna save that one. The 3 ones I went to. Persona was hilarious, actually. Katsumi Cosplay, who I mentioned before, she did my individual cardio photo shoot. She had a Morgana plushie with her. And if you're not familiar, Persona 5, Morgana is a Not Cat. He is the mascot of Persona 5. So our photo shoot somewhere down the line turned into Yeet the Mona shoot. So if you saw a bunch of Jokers, a Fox, a Shinjiro, throwing a Morgana plushie back and forth, that was us. And we were all screaming, "You can't make us go to sleep now!" So it started out fine, and then it escalated, but I had so much fun with everyone. We had a lot of Jokers. We also had some people from Persona 3. We had the television Midnight Channel from Persona 4 show up. It was really fun. It was really fun and very entertaining, and I honestly can't help but cry over the fact that I was hurting in my heels. But the fun kind of overrode the pain. The Overwatch shoot was actually very fun and entertaining. There was a friend of mine who was a Genji, and he was there. I think he was the only Genji. He was the only Genji.
Well, he had like that easy.
Yeah.
What is it?
It was the suit. It was the bodysuit. Yeah. So he was the only Genji. It was actually entertaining because there was a lot of Mercy is the last one standing. If you are watching this Mercy cosplayer from the Overwatch shoot, you were amazing and awesome. And I kind of shared the fact that on Friday morning I was a Mercy too with a clipboard, and I was like, I was a very bitter Mercy. And also someone was like, why didn't you cosplay Mercy today? And I said, no, I can't. I'm not getting out of cardio. I'm staying in cardio for the rest of the day. So the Overwatch shoot was nice. It was actually pretty entertaining, just as well as the Persona. The last individual shoot I had was my cardio shoot with Katsumi Cosplay. Me and her, we know each other personally. We are friends. And I was more than happy to have her for a photographer. I'm very grateful that she and I did this, and I was super happy with how kind of creative we got, and just spending time with her. Also, if you want to, you should definitely check out her cosplay page. She does a lot of the photo shoots.
You're making me put a lot of information down there.
I just want to share and promote because she's amazing. I love you.
That's fine. Most likely I'll have information on her channel as well, but she hasn't posted anything as much.
Listen, I'm trying to work my life.
Anyways, well, compared to her side, I know that there's a bunch of other stuff that's been kicking off, like how there were actors and famous people that went to the con and you could have got a signature, or went to a panel of theirs that talked about certain things. There were a lot of events that were going on that me and her didn't really attend as much, just because we were...
I did attend the autograph session for Michelle Roth.
Oh, okay, so apparently she did something. Wait, why didn't you share that?
I was with my boyfriend.
Oh, so it's a private one, alright. She's not gonna mention anything, but yeah. We also went shopping a lot, but we're not gonna talk about that. I might save that for my own separate video, and she might make her own separate video talking about that as well. Maybe, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, I know there's a bunch of events that went on in Nekocon, and I wish I had footage for most of it, because, you know, it would be better to actually see it compared to talking about it. However, since I wore a Morphsuit, which I'm very accustomed with, because I've been wearing the damn suits for 7 years, let's just say when it comes to interacting with touch surfaces like a phone or something of that caliber. Wait, shoot, I should have got a stylus. Why did that bother you? I feel like an idiot now.
I had a stylus, yeah.
Well, I could have used a stylus to actually record something or take pictures of some stuff, but yeah, apparently I didn't thought about that while I was struggling to actually work my phones and whatnot. Anyways, hopefully next year I actually get some actual footage. Hopefully I can find some footage of me if possible, because I know that I was very I was very active during the dance party. Now I will talk about what I did on my end. I decided to hang out with my buddy Sinister, aka Why Don't Pigs Fly. He's my real life college roommate at the time, or university roommate at the time, way back then. But I know that me and him have been going to these cons together, and the thing is, we usually babysit him and let him stay at our place for a bit, and then when Nekocon is over, we separate. But yeah, it's been a while since I actually hung out with him.
Hung out.
Yeah, so I spend most of my time with him, and I couldn't really do my own thing, and I didn't really want to bother him and tell him to record stuff here and there. He took his own pictures, but that's on his own accord compared to me telling him to take pictures of stuff. So pretty much I hung out with him a good amount of times, and then we separate ways, but most of the time I was focused more on the dance party, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up when I was going into those big circles, and when I was going into dance battles and doing my thing, I didn't want to be all rusty or whatnot. However, I was active during my Hollow Scream, and I made sure that my body was fine and I was prepared for the big dances. Now, I did have random moments where I talked to complete strangers, and let's just say that they were completely random. If you have, well, the thing is, I have my boombox, or my boom speaker. It's not a giant stereo, it's like a boom speaker. It's a cylinder. Ignoring her, because I bet she wants me to cosplay as just a Radio Future character. Yes. But the thing is, I had a boom speaker, and this thing was actually pretty loud, but I made sure it wasn't too loud when I was at the con, because, you know, consideration of people's space and whatnot, so I made sure that I was isolated all by myself. But apparently, even if I was isolated, when people walk by, they start dancing to my music. Now, depending on what they were doing, I would react to it. And most of the time, people start doing dances like the floss and the stupid that dance, and then the
He died.
and the thingy.
He died.
And I died. Now, the reason why I don't if it's in a big dance party like how we did at Nekocon, I'm kind of fine with it. but I'm kind of sick of it at the same time because during my work periods, my seasonal job, too many kids came up to me and started doing that stuff, and it annoyed the living heck out of me. And what's worse is that I know that my DJ, or the DJ at a certain scare area, was playing music, and a bunch of kids started doing all those sort of dances too. That kind of triggered me because, you know, there's more than one style of dancing, and I just got sick of seeing all three of those types of moves.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, it is my kryptonite because I died. When several people did it in front of me, I died. Like, I had a bunch of random fake cosplayers come out of nowhere and kind of start doing that slightly, but then they start dancing differently to it, which I didn't mind about them dancing differently to it. It's just that a lot of people start doing a bunch of Fortnite dances, even though technically these dances were popular before Fortnite took them over, but yeah, it's just, yeah, I got sick of it. But I talked to a bunch of random strangers, I interacted with a bunch of strangers, and I got to meet a bunch of dancers, and also talked to a couple of old dancers that I met from last year, or years ago, because when it comes to these dance parties, I really don't like saying that word, dance party. Anyways, there's a reason why I'm not calling it what I called it in the past, which is the 4-letter word that starts with an R. But anyways, yeah, I talked to a bunch of my old buddies, and we were killing it in the dance party. Oh god, I really hate saying that. You know that, right? But yeah,
I can sense the
I talked to all my old buddies. We just had a good time, and yeah, it was fun. And that's all I kind of did. I just hang out with my friend. We and did all that other stuff. Sunday was a bit more eventful on my end when it comes to me being in a cosplay, just because I was Zach. And I mean, I'm not unfamiliar with it. It's just that I got a lot more attention than I thought I would, just because I thought I did a bad job with the bandages on my face.
Oh,
but
no. Some people
yeah.
were surprised you actually did the bandage.
Yeah, I actually used real bandages. So yeah.
He's
Once again, we'll show the pictures
yeah.
in a different
Do you
video.
want to talk about our photo shoot together?
Nah, what did I say earlier?
Okay.
Thank woman. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I really wish I had some footage of Nekocon, but I just didn't think about using a stylist. And we were just busy catching up with a bunch of people, so yeah. And I saw a bunch of my old, well, I wouldn't say old co-workers. I saw a bunch of my co-workers from my seasonal job at the convention too, so that was good. And most likely I'm gonna wrap it up because this video is already too long as it is, and most likely I'm going to be editing it a lot. And I do want to mention the stuff that I bought over at Nekocon, but at the same time, I don't know how she's going to approach that video because she bought some dirty stuff. But yeah. So overall, for Nekocon 21, it really hasn't changed as much from last year, other than the fact that Saturday was a bit crowded than usual, I think.
I actually saw more little kids this year in cosplay.
True. There were a lot more kids, actually, yeah.
Like more families. Like
Yeah.
It's more family friendly now.
I wouldn't...
Well, there's more families I see. More families.
Yes, I'll agree to that part. Calling it family friendly,
Some of us screwed up the language.
I would say that's debatable, depending on the time.
But there's more... I saw more kids. And I see, honestly, a lot more people seem more friendly. Like, I got more people coming up to me Saturday, mainly because I was cosplaying Cardi, and Cardi is like adorable, like, again, beautiful. Like, cosplay is gorgeous. But also I had some people like come up to me, like asking me where I got this guy, and then just starting talking to me about random stuff. So most of the time, like people, like sometimes I would see someone I know, and I would wave at them, and then someone would see me wave at them, and I'd be like, oh hi, yeah. And it was more comfortable for me, like chill.
I mean, it's been 10 years since we've been going to Nekocon, so
True.
some people will know us right off the bat. Especially if I wear my American suit and they've been going to Nekocon for a while, they will recognize me and they'll be like, I remember you from the dance. You gonna be there, right? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna be there. You gonna be there?
And the thing is, too, like, we're not conjoined at the hip as we were 2009.
Right.
No, this year we were Sunday, but that was because, again, you can't have a Ray without a Zach. You can't have a Zach without a Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And when we separated, some people asked me, where's your Zach? I'm like,
I knew that would happen the moment I separated
As
from
soon
you.
as I separate, there was another Ray, and someone was like, "There's 2 Rays. Where's Zach?" I said, "I don't know."
The funny part is no one asked me where my Rachel was. I just had to inform them, like, if you want Rachel, she's somewhere around here. I don't know where. She's doing her own thing.
It's just
She might be cheating on me.
I mean, okay, there was a female Dr. Danny.
No. No.
She did a good job.
She's not taking your eyes. I'm killing you. No. I need those eyes anyways because I need to see some emotions out of them.
The hardest thing about me being Ray is that she's so dead.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a good time. Obviously we can state some of the things from way back then that changed till now, but we're not gonna do that because that's...
That'll be over, like...
Yeah, that'll be over 30 minutes and it's kind of impolite. So, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it kind of has the same vibe to it, but on different levels. Like, Thursday, I can't believe the pre-reg line was stupidly long.
Well, if you went there early, it was quick. That was the thing.
Shh, you should have mentioned that. Now people are going to come in early.
People still come in early, boy.
Whatever. Well,
We were
what she
kind
said.
of at the door. We were just ready to go.
Yeah, apparently, like, when did they open? Like 6?
Technically, it was 5 or 6 o'clock, but
Oh.
people have told me they were there since 4.
So yeah, by the time we got in there, which was like 5:30, it was already open, and we easily got out
And then more people came.
our badges, and then yeah, more people came, and then the line was stupidly long, and it was like outside in the corner of the building, which is a really long line. But
Luckily, there was one.
yeah. So yeah, but once again, 2021 was alright. Nothing too.
No negatives. No negatives.
I wouldn't say there weren't a lot of negatives. I mean, there were a couple of incidents where people did dumb stuff here
We
and there,
won't talk
but
about that. We
yeah.
won't. Everyone that went to Nekocon knows what happened. All I say is, why you do?
I mean,
Come on, guys.
there's a lot of things I want to
Come
kind
on.
of complain about, but
Come on, guys.
yeah, we'll leave it at that before we start on our rant. So, any final words, One-sama?
I hope next year we'll see you, and if you do go next year, just say hi to us. That's it. Say, yo, I know you. Where's Zach?
If I'm cosplaying as that,
Well, you are going to. The theme for next year is Halloween.
when are you gonna cosplay as Rachel?
Well, it depends, because I want to do the... Okay, so also I'm going to put this out there. I want to do an indie horror game photo shoot. The Witch's House, Angels of Death, Horrors of Drizzling Rain, The Crooked Man, That Father. I want off to Charlotte. He's confused because I'm listing out all these old these indie horror games.
I remember them.
Oh, really?
Duh.
Okay. I want to do that because Halloween. Halloween. And I mean, come on. Zach and Ray. Halloween theme. It makes sense. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be spewing on that, but I really want to do it. So hopefully that's good.
Anyways, most likely I'm still gonna do my same thing. It depends on if I decide to
It's probably
join.
gonna be a-
I might join the staff team for Neko. I don't know. It's up in the air depending on what I need to do. Because if she's gonna have a lot of cosplay, she actually needs a room. So
I mean, I
yeah.
want to go to the host club on the
Also, oh yeah, that is another thing I forgot to mention. They had a formal dance.
ball. And then
But the problem was when I was listening to the music outside, half of those songs weren't even formal. I was like, So yeah. I'm not gonna complain too much about it. I didn't go in there personally, so I can't really give my commentary about it. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. It's pretty goddamn long. Most likely it's gonna be like 40 minutes.
Edit.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of editing. So, anyways, if you want to get contact information for both of us, I'll have my information for Discord. Don't be a creeper to my sister now before I kick your butts.
I am more than... If you are on this Discord, you already know I'm already a member. I'm gonna let him put my cosplay page. Please let me know who you are, because I'm gonna be staring at your profile like, I don't know who this is. I do have a cosplay page, and I also have a YouTube channel. I don't post a lot on my YouTube, but on my cosplay page, it's mostly public, so you can check me out on there.
Oh yeah, and if you are viewing this video and you have been to Nekocon, and if you have any pictures of us, most likely more of her than me, unless it was on that Sunday when I was cosplaying as Zach and she was Rachel, then definitely send us a message or comment about it, and she'll most likely be happy about it. Unless you find it up on Facebook or whatever social media
I'm doing the search now.
Whatever social media you decide to shove it on, then most likely she'll try to find it.
Please.
But if you do have anything most likely of her compared to me, then let me know in the comments below, and then I'll just tell it to her. I'll make a more thorough edited video showing photos of cosplayers and whatnot in its own separate video, most likely when I actually talk about our photo shoots and show our actual private photos that we did. They were pretty nice, I gotta admit. But yeah.
First photo shoot too.
For my first private photo shoot, which was very well. I know I was supposed to be lax about it, but dang, I want to make sure that like
it was perfect.
Yeah, that's why I had to stay still and I was actually concentrating.
We'll do a
but once
video
again,
about that.
later. So
and again, he'll put the links of the people we spoke about, especially like their comments.
you spoke about.
Well, more of their Facebook, just because like they're amazing people. And again, if you saw either of us, just let us know. And we'll see you next con, okay?
Yeah, hopefully. So make sure you're alive and kicking and get over that Nekocon depression. Both of us aren't, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you around. I might try to do a dance video for you guys later on and do some other stuff, but yeah, peace.